My name is Pixel King and welcome to today's episode. On today's episode, I want us to talk about something very popular. Natural retouching versus heavy retouching when it comes to photography. Which one do you think is the best? Let's talk about it. Some people like their skin to look like natural skin, and some people too like that flawless magazine, no texture skin type of retouching. And today's clients are split in between the two. So in today's video, we are going to talk about the differences and why I personally like natural retouching and why heavy retouching is in very high demand. So if you're into photography, editing, or just retouching, I am sure there is a conversation you've had with your peers before or even with clients before on to whether we should do natural retouching or to go the heavy retouching route. And this is very normal because different clients with what they want. And mind you, both retouching styles take skill and technique to actually produce results. So let's stick to the basics. Natural retouching is that retouching you do where you enhance the skin without making it very obvious. So you keep the texture, you keep the pores if you want. You just probably take away acne spots, dark spots, and to make sure that the skin is a bit even. That's basically what natural retouching has to aim for. So when I do natural retouching, I want the client to look at it and say, hey, I still look like myself. This is me. I don't look different. That is the goal that I'm always looking for when I am doing natural retouching for my clients. To me, the best retouch is the one that seems invisible. Now, heavy retouching is a completely different style. This is where you see ultra smooth skin, heavy dodge and bend, very brightened eyes, flawless makeup cleanup, body and face modifications by the editor or the photographer. And sometimes the results can look super unrealistic and very plastic. And then that is where people say, okay, this retouching, this person looks very plastic. Yes, sometimes it is a result of heavy retouching. Now, this style is very common in the fashion editorial industry, for the magazine look, for commercial ads, for music video editorial photos, and some social media branding for individuals or for companies. Now, me personally, the reason why I like natural retouching is because I like the realism. I like to see texture on the skin of a client or of any model I'm shooting. I like the fact that there are flaws in an image because I believe that flaws and some type of things are what make an image very authentic. And then they also contribute to that image being timeless. What if at a point in time, that trend of plastic retouching or heavy retouching fades out? If you go through most of my images, most of them come with very natural editing. It makes me happy that I'm able to produce something authentic to clients or for my models or for my page. But you see, here's the reality. Clients are changing. So are their preferences. Clients nowadays want that heavy retouching. The retouching that's going to make them look plastic. The retouching that's going to make them look flawless. The retouching that's going to give them that artificial glow. And then I strongly believe it comes from the recent trends, the Instagram trends, the AI retouching trends. It comes from the current beauty standards when it comes to photography. And then ultra polished content, everywhere. And at the end of the day, I think that is okay because retouching a client's image is about delivering the client's vision, what they think their preference is, and not totally what you would want. But in a case where you feel like you are someone who doesn't like, doing or you can't do heavy retouching, your client needs to understand that your style is natural retouching and not heavy retouching. Now, let us find a balance. If you do heavy retouching, I think you need to maintain very good lighting, avoid making people look plastic, and then try your best to maintain believable skin. Even with natural retouching, that doesn't mean that you should leave your subject's skin or face looking anyhow. It has to feel very polished and very professional. The best retouchers are the ones that know how to adapt to different clients, different goals, different brands, and different preferences. There are photographers or editors or retouchers that I have seen who started off by being very good at the natural retouching style. they stuck to it for years, but then over time they changed. And that is because most people started aligning into what the current trends are, what the current client market demands. Because I do believe when you start working with some maybe artists or celebrities, you will need to do some level of heavy retouching, because when it comes to these people, they are expected to be flawless and project a very glamorous and dramatic lifestyle and look. In turn, people who admire these celebrities or these people who are in the limelight tend to also like the way their pictures come out. So they also want that level of images to be done for them whenever they come for photo shoots. I remember when Mr. Easy's wedding photos came out and everybody loved them. And then everybody talked about how good they look and how natural they look. Yes, I do believe that the editor or the retoucher or the photographer didn't actually do any heavy retouching. It was as natural as it gets. It was very pretty. It was very timeless. And that is what I think most people should be aiming for. I want to hear from you guys. If you're a photographer, you're a retoucher, or you're a client, do you prefer heavy retouching or natural retouching? And if you did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing, follow, comment, and leave a like. Thank you very much, and see you in the next one.